Hello, hi, hope you are good. Welcome to second lesson of LOCI, and we are going to look at LOCI in the sense that we are going to get the locus of a point equidistant from the circumference of two given circles. And the question we are going to handle today is the centers of two circles of diameters 32 and 25 respectively are 70 millimeters apart. I mean the centers are 70 millimeters apart. Plot the locus of a point equidistant from the circumference of each circle. So what we shall first of all do is to draw the distance that separates the centers, and this distance here we are told is 70. So we can take our 70 and get the distance between the centers. So now we can say this is center 1, we can call it O1, and this center 2 of the second circle, we can call it O2. Next is we draw the circles. The first circle is of radius 16 because the diameter is 32, so we can measure 16 as the radius, and we draw our circle, the first circle here. The second circle is of so the next one I said is 25 diameter, so that means we are going to have 12.5. Okay, somewhere there. Then we have our circle of diameter 12 point, radius 12.5 because the diameter, as you said, is 25. Good. Now the next thing we shall do, we are going to get the midpoint between the center, the circumferences. This distance between the circumferences, we get the midpoint from here up to here. How do we get the midpoint? We can take this distance with any length. We cut there and we cut there. We come back here, do the same, cut and cut. So if you get to join, not necessarily joining but just locating the midpoint, we can have this point and have this point, and this is the point where we can call this M. Next is we shall be able to get divisions along MO1 and MO2, equal divisions, and we shall name. We can have 1, 2, 3, it can still go 4. Then you come to this other side, the same divisions. Ensure those divisions are equal. So the first one, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can number them as 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next is we are going to take our radius from O1 and we extend to our line 1, or our division 1. Then we draw an arc. Next we move to 2 on this the right hand side of the midpoint. Next we move to 3. Then next we move to 4. Once we are through with that, we go the other way around. As from 2, we locate the first one. So where it meets the first arc that passed through 1 on the right, we can put a mark. Next we are going to move to the next one, number 2. Where it meets the second one, 2, we put a mark. This is 2 and 2. Next, we move to the next 3. We adjust and find where 3 is and draw where it meets line 3. Remember, we had this line 3 which is not extending to here it is. So where it meets line 3, we put a dot and we put a dot. This is line 3, line 3. Then lastly, we come to 4. So 4, we draw and draw. So where the 2 meet, this point and this point are going to be joined. So the next thing we shall do, we shall draw a curve to pass through all those points of intersection, and it gives us the locus of points of all points that are equidistant from the 2 circumferences. So let's join. So the points have been joined, and that means that all points along that line on this path are equidistant from the 2 circumferences. Like we take from here, it will be equal to here to here. From here, let's say up to that point, it will be equal. All these points. Next, we are going to look at another condition. And this one here, we are going to look at a locus of a point, a locus of points equidistant from 2 lines, AC and AB. The 2 lines begin at point A, which is a common point. Now, the question reads, line AB equals to 60 millimeter and AC is 50 millimeter. The 2 join at that 5 degrees. Plot a locus of a point or locus of points that are equidistant from the 2 lines. So let's draw the lines. We can first of all have the first line starting from A. So we can say this is the first line and this is point A. So AB, according to our question, is 60. We measure 60 millimeter. This is A, this is B. And then next, we measure that 5 degrees to get point C from A. So this is that 5. Then we can draw line AC, which is 50 millimeter. Here it is. So this angle is that 5. Now how do we get the locus of points that are equidistant from the 2 lines? It means we are going to get the bisector of the angle CAB. Now we do the bisection. Bisect, 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 bisect. So this line here gives us the locus of all points that will be equidistant from the 2 lines. So all points along that line are equidistant from line AC and line AB. Thank you very much for attending. Enjoy your day. Consider subscribing.